I am live. I am early. It is 12:52. Class probably won't start for 12 minutes. So just fast forward on up 12 minutes and then we'll start the class. If you haven't been here before, go to jollyrogerukulele.com. That's where we post everything. I'm going to go post there right now. Put this on here. Backspace. Right click. Paste. Nope, it didn't work. Shoot, hold on. Hold on. Just you and me for the moment. You should have already passworded. Copy. Paste. Click link to join. Control V. Delete. Control V. Shift. Highlight. Well, I can't get it lined up right. I don't know how to use technology. All right, here, there, enter, update. All right, I think I did it. All right, let me hit update and make sure. Yeah, I'm in early today, which gives us a chance to talk about nothing here for a little while. Hopefully everybody wandering in will now say, hey, sound is good, or sound is terrible. If sound is terrible, that's always a freak out moment. Okay, Daisy Bell, Alouette, and Aupre de Mont Blanc. Aupre de Mont Blanc. It's our advanced song for the day. I didn't get it posted, but a couple minutes ago. All right, so we start at usually about 1:04, so we still got about 10 minutes to get everybody in here. I was early. I ate my sandwich. I'm like, I don't know, I'll log in. Maybe somebody else will log in early. I haven't practiced Alouette. I don't think I have to. I think I can play that one. Do I have Aupre de Mont Blanc? This is Elvis who did this one. Okay, there it is. Sounds cool, huh? Let's see. Carol. Hey, Carol. Sounded good. Good. Very glad about that. I'm every day it's a bit of an adventure as to whether the sound is going to work properly or not. So delighted. John is here working on a bathroom, and he says, I'm going to need to run the giant air compressor. So I'm locked. I have all the doors closed. I haven't heard the air compressor yet, but things may get real interesting real fast. 9 a.m. Lanny, 9 a.m. in Hawaii. That's not a time in Hawaii. That's the middle of the night. Go back to bed. What are you doing? You wake up at noon. You go down and get breakfast, which is lunch. And then you go sit on the veranda for a little while. Then you go back to bed. Then you come out about 5 o'clock at night, right? And then you go sit on the beach, or you go down to to drinks. And around 8 o'clock, you go to dinner, right? I don't know what goes on in Hawaii. When I was there, I was with my family, so we had to follow a strict schedule. My wife's an early riser too, so we who knows how that went. Let's see. Hey, Burke, welcome in. I'm here early. You guys are here early. It looks like I could have spent a little more time on my hair prior to logging in. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? No matter what I do with my hair, I still have this face, so that can't fix that. I'm sounding good in Hawaii. That's all we want, right? This ukulele in Hawaii, sounding good. That's what we want. Hey, Lynn, thunderstorms last night, missed the Institute. That hurricane's headed your way. It shouldn't quite be there yet, I'm guessing, Lynn. That the tropical storm by the time you get there, but it's probably starting to push a bunch of weather your direction, messing up your sitting around time, I'm guessing. So, hey, Jake from State Farm. Hey, Jack from Illinois, and Barbara in. Glad you guys are here today. We have a silly group of songs today. It'll be fun. Hey, Linda. Oh, it's already gone. Oh, it moved really quickly. Oh, okay. Well, that's good to know. I saw this morning that they were showing that it was going up the East Coast, and I was trying to think, well, where's Lynn in relation to all that? So it came and went. That's good. Yeah, I was going to go through New York, it almost looked like. So, all right. Let's see. What else do we have going on today? I don't know if I have anything. I'm just now finishing up Vive la Compagnie, which is a fun little tune. Tomorrow we'll do that one along with the Key of F arpeggio. Vive la Compagnie is a Boy Scout song. We always do Kookaburra, that's the Girl Scout song, and now we're going to start doing Vive la Compagnie. So it'll be fun. Then on Thursday, À vous diriger maman is a fancy phrase for Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. And La Mer, Beyond the Sea. You know, I arranged that for I think an intermediate class here in town years ago, and I haven't pulled it up yet. So I'm hoping that I don't have to do too much with it, because if it's really not in very good shape, I don't have any time to get it done. So right now you're thinking, I hope La Mer is in great shape. And ours will say Beyond the Sea. No, I think I'll put it at La Mer, right? It's French week, so we'll change the title on it. Let's see. Still some gusty winds up there, yeah. Around 1:30. Oh, yeah, right. Hey, Lindy. You got in two days. What the heck are you doing, Lindy? We're in a pandemic. You're supposed to stay home. Well, you're just cadding about like some sort of maniac. You're a menace to society. Hey, Jennifer, I'm from Chicago. They're having cold snap up there. It's just kind of odd. Hey, Terry, in from Denver. Denver's hot today, 90, 91, I think, something like that. Hey, Phyllis, welcome in. She's in from Ontario, Canada. Probably having the same cold snap as Chicago, I'm guessing. Clay, he's in California. Everything's perfect in California all of the time. Oh, you got a cabin. Oh, I want to have a cabin. I have been looking for a cabin. It is ridiculous. There is nothing available. You can't even rent a cabin right now. Yeah, a friend of ours has a couple of acres on a river with this little old cabin, and I decided I'm getting one of those. I'm going to get one. And then I went and looked at the price, and I'm like, I'm not going to get one of those. It is foolish numbers what people pay for that stuff. Hey, Kat, happy Tuesday to you. Bon mardi, absolutely. Christine, Vicky's out camping. See, oh, you gotta go camping. What the heck, man? I hope you're taking ukuleles with you when you go camping. So Christine's holding up her portion of the Bozeman crew, the Bozeman gang. Christine, you do a pretty good job of filling in for Vicky. She's kind of a slacker. She's off. Well, you are the one who was always off camping a couple weeks ago, right? I even was looking up in Montana for cabins, and you're like, you got to be kidding me. It's crazy, the prices. Crazy. You built yours on cheap land. Oh, okay. Well, honestly, the land isn't even that cheap. If you get something that doesn't have access, then that's still a rational price. But if you're going to hike into your plot of land, then you can still get that for something akin to a rational number. But if there's a road anywhere near it, it's the number's going to be stupid. So, yeah, we're running out of land. Too many people. Let's see. We have a backyard. I know, right? For forever, about 20 years, we lived on the west side of town in this house that we hated the day we moved in, and we hated it the day we moved out. Worked on it the entire 20 years, never finished the thing. But it was on this gigantic lot, gigantic. We could have had, honestly, we had parties in the back, and it didn't, you have 50 people in the backyard. And That's fine. You know, we'll fit. Had to mow that thing every summer. Yeah. Let's see. Muse score has me so confused. Judy, take your time, okay? Just go slow. Have the, like I said last night, Muse score in one window and the handbook in the other. It is extremely confusing, and I'm pretty comfortable with notation software, and everyone is just enough different where I'm not able to give you a ton of help on that. But you really, the big thing is you take my template and then just take everything off and then start putting in your melody notes. I would say that's probably the first step. See if you can get a melody typed in there, or just start messing around with it. Look at the menus, double click on things, see what things do. You're not going to break anything, and it is notation software. It's like, remember when Microsoft Word, when it first came out, you could type and that's what it could do. And now when you open up Microsoft Word, it does all this other stuff and nobody really knows how to run it very well. It's the same thing with notation software. When you first open it up, it's just way overwhelming, but try to stick to the basics first. And obviously just be reading through the handbook as you go along. There are some tutorials on YouTube and stuff. But yeah, I agree. It's a really, really challenging program. So yeah, if you're not confused, I'd be surprised. Hey, Pauline. Hey, Sandy. Hey, Chris. Hey, Patty. Hey, Red. I love a good party house. I know, right? We don't allow those anymore. Hey, Jacqueline. Evelyn's made it in. Let's get started. We're going to play Daisy Bell, which is a level 1 song, right? Book 1 song, not really level 1. You guys are on level 99 from the day you start with me. Book 1 song, and Alouette will be a book 2 song. And then we're going to do Aupre de Mont Blanc, which most of you don't know, but when I tell you it's an Elvis tune, you'll be like, oh, that's okay. That'll work. Okay, Elvis is cool. All right, Daisy Bell. Let's go grab that one for me. Now, I always like to I tell the same exact story every single day since I've ever taught this. It's that if you haven't, some of you are of a certain age and you remember going to see 2001: A Space Odyssey. And that was a long, long time ago. I was about 6 or 7 when we went to see it. And I don't remember anything about it except that the guys were in space, and that was awesome. And then when I was about 30, I watched it again. And if you have not seen 2001 lately, you got to go rent it. You got to put your phone down. You got to put your computer off your lap. You got to get a bowl of popcorn and you have to watch it. And you will not believe it. You will not believe that show. It moves at a snail's pace like you can't even believe. Like the whole time as a modern American, you're going, go faster, get going. You can't tell a story this slow. Go. And so its pacing is very, very strange for a movie. But what the other thing you may remember from that movie, aside from the monkeys in the beginning, and aside from the colorful thing at the end, in the middle, the computer kicks the guy out of the spaceship and he has to fight his way back in. Open the pod bay doors, Hal. Open the pod bay doors. And Hal won't let him in, so he has to fight his way back into the spaceship. He goes immediately to the computer's brain and he starts unplugging the computer. And you'll remember he's floating around in the red room and the computer's saying, what are you doing? Please stop. Don't do that. Da, 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 da. Right before Hal, the computer, dies, he says, hey, Dave, I want to sing a song for you. And he sings Daisy Bell as the last thing in the show before the computer dies. Okay. And you're like, well, that's really a weird thing to have done. Why did they have Hal sing Daisy Bell right before he dies? And it's exciting. You're going to be level 9 nerd when you learn this. The very first song that was ever programmed in a computer to be sung by the computer was Daisy Bell. And so that's the scene in the movie where Hal is regressing into his childhood, and then right before he dies, he sings the first song that he ever knew. So that's Daisy Bell. The level 9 nerd thing to know is if you know that, hey, this was the very first song that was ever sung on a computer, and now we download songs all the time, right? It's no big deal. But and this was only in the 70s. It wasn't that long ago that they did that. And well, I guess it depends on your age. My age, 70 doesn't seem like the 70s don't seem like that far long ago. If you're 20, it's a really long time ago. The if you can still Google it, you can go out on there and find I should post that on the website, the actual recording of that. The other thing, fascinating enough, is when we are working. What was our song yesterday? I already forgot. The song that we played yesterday. I gotta go get it. Hold on. Dun, 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 dun. Au clair de la lune. Au clair de la lune. Am I saying that correctly? Au clair de la lune. Au clair de la lune. Au clair de la lune. That song was the first song ever recorded. So we have two firsts this week: the first song ever recorded, and then the first song a computer ever sang. So we are very firsty this week. Au clair de la lune, on the Wikipedia, because they have a link to the original recording, and you can barely even hear that it's that song, because obviously recording technology was brand new and it wasn't very good. But so we have the first song ever recorded, and we have the first song ever recorded by a computer for this week's music. Look at us. Now, with Daisy Bell, the thing I like about it is that we usually get used to hearing it a certain way. Daisy, Daisy, give me your answer due. I'm half crazy, all for the love of you. It won't be a stylish marriage, I can't afford a carriage, but you'll look sweet upon the seat of a bicycle built for two. Okay, so we usually hear it kind of snappy and really with it. I arranged this piece on purpose much slower to make sure that you are practicing your counting. And one of the things you will hear me all of the time when I'm teaching is when I get to a long note, either a half note or a dotted half note or a whole note, I immediately go 2, 3, 4, or whatever the count is, so that I don't come in early, and to kind of send you the message you should be doing the same thing. So on this one, we get day 2, 3, Z 2, 3, day 2, 3, Z 2, 3. Give me your answer, do 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. If you don't count, I assure you, as a tablature player, you will come in early. You will, on all of the long notes, it happens with every student I've ever had. If they're not busy bobbing their head or counting their out loud or doing something, they will come in early. It happens all of the time. Now, a couple things on counting. If you end up in an orchestra, please don't tap your foot. That is what we teach elementary school players, and then we need them to stop doing it by the time they get to 7th grade, right? So we shouldn't teach it to them in the first place. Just count internally, maybe tap your toe or something, so that people don't have to sit and watch your feet going up and down. Hey, Jerry. Hey, Linda, welcome in. What we want to do is go through this nice and slow, count it in, make sure we know how the melody runs. Then we'll go back, we'll do the chords, and then we'll put it together. Okay, so from the top, just the melody, ukulele melody line, and make sure that you are counting, and I would count out loud. Nobody else is listening to you right now. It's a great practice opportunity. 1, 2, 3. 3, 2, 3, oh, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, oh, 2, 3, 2, oh, 1, 2, 1, oh, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, oh, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 2, oh, 1, 3, oh, 3, 2, 3, 1, 2, oh, 1, oh, 3, 3, oh, 3, 1, 1, 2, 3, oh, 1, 2, 1, 2, oh, 3, 1, 2, oh, 1, oh, 3, oh, 1, oh, 3, oh, 1, 3, oh, 1, 3, oh, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Now, if you're playing it too fast, you're going to blow up at the end of measure 28, because now you've got eighth notes there. Not only that, it's going to be really the hardest moment in the song when you play the tough uke, right? And so just be mindful You don't want to speed up. You want to keep yourself patient. That's one of the hard things as a newer player. Excuse me, this phone all of a sudden went bananas, and I got to make sure it's nothing that's on fire. Okay, I don't need any of that. We have a tendency as newer players to want to rush through everything and play it at the speed that we're used to hearing it on the radio, and you should do the opposite of that. You should play everything very slow, very thoughtful, very methodical. Be thinking about what the next motion is with your hands and your fingers. Slow down I'm positive that's this phrase I say the most to all of my students. Slow down, slow down, slow down, slow down. Let the sound develop in your ukulele. Let the meter of the song mean something, and be counting in your head. I once went and played a concert, and in the concert, I was with a professional trumpeter. He had 50, 60 years of trumpeting. He was really, really a fine musician, and he had a 24-bar rest while I was busy working. I was busy doing whatever I needed to do. I looked over, and after 60 years in playing a trumpet, guess what he's doing? 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4. He's counting the measures and waiting for his turn to come in, even though he could absolutely have gone out for coffee and come back and still came in at the right spot. It tells you a lot about musicians that, hey, we count measures because we need to, because we all have to be working together. So you should be doing the same thing. All right, let's talk chords. Now, you notice when you play the melody, not terribly tough, right? You got 1s, 2, and 3s for the most part. Every now and then a 2 sneaks in, but for the most part, all in first position. Not for the most part, entirely. 1s, 2s, and 3s. Those are the only 3 fingers you should use, and you should always do 1s, always do 2s, always do 3s, and everything's, and your hands will get where they're just magically doing it. Let's talk chords, okay? F chord, not too hard. Index, middle up here. Daisy, 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 right? And you got your legendary B flat, okay? I have told you guys I want you to use a full bar with the A shape in front of it. And what I mean is you make an A chord, slide it up, and put the bar behind it. So it's an A shape on 1 is how that means. That's a B flat. That's what I want you to do, okay? And when you do that, here's what it sounds like, okay? That's what it's going to sound like. That's okay. That's what you want it to sound like. If you have correct posture and your thumb is directly behind your middle finger and your thumb is not sticking up beyond way up here, right? If your thumb is there, it's behind your middle finger, you got a nice bar on, and this, you have done your job, okay? You've done your job. When you're new, you don't have enough hand strength here yet. That muscle isn't developed enough, so you get that, okay? And that's how you're going to play your B flat for a while. And then eventually it's going to get to, and then you'll get this, right? And then eventually, oh, that's getting closer, right? And then finally, it'll come in. Okay, so that's what I want you to do. I'm having a dead spot there, so I'm adjusting my bar up and down a little bit. Sometimes I'll roll it back or roll it forward to see if I can get some extra oomph into it. Okay. But this is one of the harder bars to have to do because it's right next to the nut here, and so you got to really press like the dickens to get it down. Okay. Now, the other thing that you should know is that most ukulele players play this with a half bar. Okay, so they just cover 2 strings and then have the A shape, and that's perfectly fine too. The problem with that is that it's probably a different type of difficult to do. You know, there's this difficult and there's this difficult. They are different. This difficult is going to pay you dividends when you have to do this bar chord, and when you have to do this bar chord, and when you have to do this bar chord, and when you have to do this bar chord. Okay, that bar chord is going to be useful. This bar chord is only useful for B flat. Okay, B flat and its friend. So you spend a lot of time getting this one where it works, and then the very next bar chord comes up, you got to do a full bar anyway. So it's better and less time consuming in the long run to just learn how to do everything with a full bar. If it needs a bar, you put a bar and you're good. Okay, so that's B flat. You got F, measure 9, you got a C7. Got another F after that. Measure 12 is a D minor. So make sure you know that a D minor is an F but you just add your ring finger. Beautiful. Love that chord on the ukulele. To get to G7, don't lift up your index finger. Just drop these two guys down and you'll have G7. You'll see G7 follow D minor an awful lot in our music, okay? In ukulele music, a very common chord motion to go from here to here. So get used to it. And if I remember right, that's all the chords. Okay, so not very chord intensive, but they are all important chords, and they're all ones that you want to get as clean as you can. Okay, so let's sing it. As you guys know, I'm not a singer. If you're new, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Don't pay attention to what's going on in the melody. It's always 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. If you're working on your claw, it's 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1. Okay, that's where your moment of scariness will be, getting that B flat with these on, three beats of each. And if you're arpeggioing, okay, I would be thinking of 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Daisy, Daisy, give me your answer due. That's real fast, okay, so that's much slower. Daisy, Daisy, give me your answer due. And notice I didn't think overly much about it. I said, oh, we're in 3. I'm going to pick 3 fingers. 1, 2, 3, and that's it. I could do it backwards. Daisy, Daisy. I could use these 3 fingers. Daisy, Daisy. And have them go up, back, and back and up, and that kind of thing. You could do Daisy, Okay, so be creative when you're getting ready to do a song like this. If you've got the basic skills in place, I know how to do an F chord, I know how to do a B flat, I know how to play the melody, I know how to play tough fugue. Now you got to think, well, what am I going to bring to the table that's neat, that's new and fascinating and interesting? Can I do a fancy chord pattern? Daisy, Daisy. Okay, to be thinking about what you can do. And also, when you get to different places in the song, are you going to change that, right? It won't be a stylish marriage. The chord structure is a little bit different there. And so we tend to want to change the picking pattern a little bit. So give all that stuff your best effort. Okay, from the top, close your ears. I'm going to sing. Let's just do it one time through. Okay, no, let's do it twice through because I want you to have 4 opportunities to get your B flat right. Okay, so let's play it all the way to the bottom, go back, play it a second time. 1, 2, 3. Daisy, Daisy, give me your answer due. I'm half crazy, all for the love of you. It won't be a stylish marriage. 3, 1, 2. I can't afford a carriage, but you'll look sweet upon the seat of a bicycle built for 2, 2, 3. Back to the top. Daisy, Daisy, give me your answer due. I'm crazy, all for the love of you. It won't be a stylish marriage. I can't afford a carriage, but you'll look sweet upon the seat of a bicycle built for Okay, so I tried to put in everything, right? Just tossing it all, just throw the kitchen sink at it. And then as you're getting ready to do your final version, you go in and say, hey, this sounded good in this one spot, that sounded stupid, I'm going to change that up, and you come up with your own strum pattern. I'm going to just try and mess around with different things. Okay, all right, tough uke. Those of you guys who are ready, okay, let's walk through it real quick. I don't think there's anything terribly brutal. Got an F chord with your pinky up here. That's their first chord. Okay, then a regular F chord. Then 201. Let your thumb rest right there. Okay, and then a 0. 201. This is one of the points that I should point. One of the points I should point out. Notice how easy the tough uke is. 201. Look how tough your chord is. B flat, B flat, B flat. Okay, so sometimes tough uke is easier. Okay, 201, 2-1, 0-1, 0-0-1, 0. And then you got a little strum here, partial 0-0-3. That's a G chord or a C chord. Sorry. Okay, and then the high C chord. Go to your F chord and make your D minor. Rest stroke right there. Okay, 2-0-1. You're supposed to be playing a G7, but the melody is a G note, so put on a G chord. Open these, and then 0-0-3. 1-0-0. Nice C7 at measure 17. 0-3-3, and then a full C chord. 0-3-1. F chord. 3. F chord. 1-2. 1-2-0. Okay, F chord. O, partial F, full F, 0-0-3. O, F chord, full F chord. This is the hard part of the song. You got to go 0-1. Get your pinky on that 3 and your F chord on right away. And then lose the pinky. Hit the F. Rest stroke on the 1, 0-0-3, hit the 0, and then a nice F chord, 2, 3, and then the Renee chord, bar on 5, pinky on 8. Okay, that's going to be it. You ready? One time through, best shot. We're not going to play it anywhere near that fast. 1, 2, 3. 2, 3. 2, 3. 2, 3. 2, 3. Two, oh, one, strum, oh, strum, oh, one, oh, strum, oh, 3. Boy, I butchered that up. Let's play it one more time from the top. 1, 2, 3. Um, Lovely tune, right? Lots and lots of stuff going on there. Really fun to play. And you play it for your sweetheart. Okay. Very typical gay 90s type song where, back in the late 1890s, huge interest in pop music all of a sudden got started going. And that was the number one song from 1892. So we'll also play at some point over the next week or two After the Ball, which was the number one song from 1891. So when people say, hey, teach us just old fashioned music, just let them know we're playing the hits. All right. Now, next up, Alouette. This is the number one song from Never. Alouette. Alouette Ukulele. You should have the August 2nd version in front of you. I've handed this out a billion times over the years, and it seems like every single time I hand it out, I end up changing something. Again, same thing. We're in the key of F, okay? But the only other chord in this one is a C7. Okay, so the chords are not hard. Getting the chicken plucking out of this is funny. It's apparently a French-Canadian song, I learned in looking at Wikipedia, they think. Late 1800s, 1879 maybe. And apparently there was a raven outside squawking and squawking. And so somebody decided they were going to go out and kill that raven and pluck him from head to toe, beak to beak, the whole thing. So they're going to destroy this bird's life, and be good to have, when those of you who own chickens and are eating them, send your kids out, teach them this song, and have them learn to pluck a chicken. I used to have to take care of the chicken coop at this farm we used to go to, and I am very strongly anti-chicken because of that. So I don't, you use this as you will for anti-poultry violence. I have a pinky problem. Oh, me too, right? This guy, right? Ugh. Right? Mine is that it's just getting old and getting tired and getting arthritic, and so I have to work on him all the time. I don't want to overdo him because then he gets really wonky, but I can't underdo him, so because he gets, so my pinky is definitely one of the most important tools that I have, and yet he's not particularly happy that I've chosen this career path. And you may find that too. The more you use it, the more you're going to be using that pinky to play melody with, and it's gonna fight back a little bit. All right, Alouette. Okay, let's play the chords. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alouette, chantez Alouette, Alouette, chantez plus marrer, chantez plus marrer la tête, chantez plus marrer la tête, et la tête. Alouette, Alouette. Oh, 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 oh. Don't go faster, that section. Alouette, chantez Alouette, Alouette, chantez plus marrer. Okay. 13, 13. Who writes the song? There's 13 verses, or 13 measures. That doesn't make any sense, but that's what it is. Probably because I took measure 9 and blew it up, made it an extra. It's probably a 12 measure song. But 9, a lot of people go, oh, and then move on, but it doesn't work. And so I made it 4 full beats. You're supposed to play 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 to get the chicken or the raven really, really dead. So you're plucking his head, taking his beak off, breaking his neck, doing his back, the whole thing. Right, very violent little tune. So just so you know. All right, let's play the melody. Okay, 1s and 3s. That's all you got. 1s and 3s. 1s, 3s. Don't be doing anything else. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and I lied, that 5, I forgot that 5 was sitting right there, right? Should have been jumped up, grabbed it with your pinky, and jumped right back. Okay. When there's only one 5, that's always the best choice. Just go grab it with your pinky and just get used to that little stretch. Okay. There's your melody. We're going to play it through twice. Tough uke. Or if you're not ready for tough uke, then play the chords and melody line, chord line or melody line, right? Pick one of the two. We'll try to keep it nice and straight. Guys, those of you who've been around a while, this is definitely a plucker. Okay. You definitely want to pluck it. Why? Because you're plucking a raven, right? Okay, let's see how we do it. 2 times through. 2 times through, please. 1, 2, 3, 4. Go to the top, go. Alouette. We only did it because it's French. All right, let's move on. We are ready for today's new and exciting song. I just finished arranging it about an hour ago, and so even I am going to be finding my way through this a little bit, and we'll find out if I did a good job or not. Aupre de ma blonde. Is that how you would pronounce that? And I know now why I have this. I was like, I don't even know where I found this song. Well, I found it because of Elvis, right? And so Elvis did an English version of this where he changed words. Very Elvis-y, right? He takes an old-fashioned song, so he doesn't have to pay copyright on it. And then he puts new words on it, has one of his buddies write words out for it, and then he sings it, right? And then I obviously haven't seen this movie, but I did see the video clip. And in the video, he's a bit of a rake, right? He's going around and he says, I love only one girl, the girl that's in my arms, okay? And then he has a girl in every different town, right? So I only love one girl, the girl that's in my arms. I love only one girl, one in every town, okay? So on here you get Mimi is in Paris. He likes to walk with her by the Seine. And Brunhilde, is it Brunhilde? Brunhilde is in Frankfurt, and she can lift up a Steinway. And then there's Maria, who makes the best lasagna. She's in Italy. Okay, so some very serious high-level thinking when it comes to Elvis tunes in terms of, all right, I'm going to have a girlfriend in every town, and I'm going to be in Paris. What kind of a girl would I have there? One that walks along the river. I'm going to get one in Germany, and it's going to be a good, strong woman. And I'm going to get one in Italy, and she's going to cook. So my wife's Italian. She cooks. The nice part, gentlemen, here's a trick. If you are not married yet, go find somebody with some Italian blood in them. Then when you sit at the kitchen table and you look sad, food magically appears. They don't have, it's the DNA inside of Italians is such that they cannot let you be hungry. It's not possible. So even our cat, when he doesn't eat all of his food, she gets all mad. All right, Aupre de ma blonde. The real story behind this song is late 1700s, early 1800s. They just had this dude write this. They think the pedigree on this is very iffy as usual on these old-fashioned songs, and he was writing about the war going on in France at the time. And apparently, when you got captured, they would take you to Holland, and they would leave you in Holland until the war was over. And so it's basically the story of this guy sitting in Holland in jail, thinking about his girlfriend who is in her father's garden, watching the birds sing and do put their nests together and all of this. So it's very romantic in the sense that this captured prisoner is thinking about his girlfriend back in France, and she's in the garden and there's little birds, and he's just delighted that he has this girlfriend because that's what he's thinking about in jail. Now there are other people who suggest, because of the phrase at the end, it's good to go to sleep, is basically how the verses all end. There is some suggestion that what they meant was it's good to go to bed with their girlfriend, and so it can be taken as a little bit scandalous, right? And so anyway, I think Elvis probably got it right. He put a little bit of scandal in there, and it's kind of cute. Questions over here. Mentioning Italian and Elvis, do you have It's Now or Never? I have never done It's Now or Never, but I should, right? Toss me a note. Somebody tossed me a note about that once, and I don't think I did. I don't think I put it on my official list. So yeah, let's do it. That'll be a fun one. Well, the biggest challenge with doing research on songs, as lots of you guys know, is sometimes you find out about the history of the composer or something in the past, and you're like, ew, gross, I don't like that. Claude Debussy is my number one guy for that. He's got this really amazing music. Turns out he's a wild racist, and you're just like, oh, that's so disappointing. But in any event, there's got to be some reason to do this song, right? And it's because Elvis did it. That's why. And so let's run through the melody first. We'll get the melody under that's why I like the song. It's really, we want to get that melody straight. And then once we get the melody, then we'll go back, talk about the chords. The chords are not overly complex on this one. And frankly, the playing of the tough uke is not overly complex on this one. So this should be one that you could put together fairly easily and have it ready by Friday. Okay. So let's play the melody. And, it's in 3/8 time, which means there's only 3/8 notes in every measure. So there's a whole lot of measures. That's why everything looks really condensed and packed together. Okay. Let's try it from the top. I'll count to 1, 2, and then we'll go 1, 2. Dun 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 dum 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 dum. Dum 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 dum. Turn the page. Dum 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 dum. Here's the best part. Bum 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 bum. 3 1 0 3 1 2 0 1 3 0 1 0 3 3 1 0 3 1. Let's go play it again. 1 0 1 0 3 1 1 0 3 3 5 5 3 1 0 1 0 3 1 1 No, 3 3 5 5 3 3 5 5 5 0 1 1 1 3 3 3 3 0 1 3 0 1 0 3 3. Sorry, 3 1 0 3 1 2 0 1 3 0 1 0 3 3 1 0 3 1. Okay, and so if you're Elvis, you're going to put on your fall spectacular with Elvis in it. Oh, I love only one girl, the girl that's in my arms. In Paris it is me, me, when the moon and bright stars. I love to take her walking along the Seine at night. I love only one girl, girl that's in my arms, my arms. I love only one girl in every town. Okay, so that's what that's the sort of, the taking the beautiful girl in the garden theme and turning it into a naughty song. Okay, let's play the chords. Okay, make sure we know all of those. You got an F chord. Okay, D minor. Remember, D minor, just add your ring finger. Got an A minor, and back to F. That takes you all the way down to measure 17. Measure 17, we're going to add a D chord. Okay. Oh, she can lift and then G minor. This is a beautiful one. So when you're in D, your middle finger is what you pivot on. Get your index finger and ring finger there. Steinway. Down to your C. Steinway, what is it? As easy as a Stein. Back to your F. I love only A minor, one girl, the girl that's in my arms, my D minor, arms. I love only one girl in every town. Okay, so the chords, again, really pretty ones, and there's no B flat. All right, here we go. I'll sing ish, right? My French isn't good enough to sing the French version anymore, so I'll try to do the first line of the English. How about that? I will spend a little bit more time on that. Okay, 1, 2. I'm in my father's garden, the lilacs are in bloom. Am I going too slow? The da 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 da. I'm playing 2. I'm playing it in 4 for some reason. I'm in. Oh boy, that's fast. I'm in my father's garden. The lilacs are in bloom. 2, 3, 1, 2. In my father's garden. The lilacs are in bloom. 2, 3, 1, 2. But the birds from all the world come to make their tiny nests. Sorry, I can't sing it all. I love you got. I can't sing it. All right, so we won't even try. we gotta know when to cut bait. So some of you will sing it better than obviously, and so go through and mess around with it. Because it's in 3/8, there's a lot of 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and it doesn't. And at no point except for measure 25 and 20 something or other, 33, do you actually have 3 notes all steady. It's always ba bum ba bum ba bum bum ba dum ba dum ba dum. So it's gonna feel like you're in swing time. Long and short and long and short and dun 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 dun. So it feels like you should be galloping through this whole piece. Okay. All right. Let's. How are we doing on time? Oh, tons of time. Let's walk through the tough ukulele. I know I can play that. Okay. So F chord is where we start. Grab your 1. Let's do the Elvis version. Oh, I love only F chord 1, D minor, girl, the A minor with a 3, girl, let's go up to the 5. Use your pinky to get to that 5. You can do it. In my, and then that darn F chord with the pinky. So just slide your pinky down and add your F chord. Arms. In, back to your F chord. Paris, it is F chord, me, D minor, me, and when the moon is F chord with the 3, bright. 1. That 1's just for pretty, right? D chord, we got a bar on 2, pinky on 5. Love to take at 0, go to page 2, G minor, 1, king, a C chord along the same, and F chord, night, I love only, A minor, 1, add the 3, girl that's in my major 30 is a D minor, arms, my arm, I love only, A minor, 1, girl, nice, 003, 1 in every town, and then you go back, okay? So some of you are working on your claw, which you should be, and some of you are fine with just doing thumb down, which is fine. Okay. Some of you will just play the melody. Some of you are going to try to toss in the chords and sing it, right? Which is not something I was going to be successful at. So let's give it a try. 1, 2. Major 9. Major 17. I can play it again. The Renee chord. Okay? Renee chord. She's from Lakewood, but she's very French. Isn't that a pretty melody? Okay, love it. Hey, I want to talk briefly. So some of you were in Global Institute last night, just to change subjects completely for a second. Well, before that, on Friday, Ray, remember we're going to be playing all these French songs, so definitely be spending a little bit of time on them, working on them. These are not songs that you know necessarily and not songs that are there every day. So when you don't know a song, MP3, right? On the website, and I know this is an underused resource, you go to the website, find the song you were getting ready to play, go listen to it. Click on Aupre de ma blonde. Let the song play through. I set it up to repeat 3 times. I could set it up to play 6, and it's like, that's too long, right? So just listen to it a few times while you're looking at the sheet music so you get a sense of how it goes, and then come back and play it. I think that's the one thing you can do to really make your time less wasted is to really know what you're playing prior to playing it, and then you got a much better shot at getting it measure by measure. You got a better chance of getting it all right. So then the second thing was last night in class, the Muse score thing is not necessarily a thing, right? It is something. It is a tool that's for free out there that if you want to use it, you can use it, but you don't have to. Right? If you want to, if you're thinking, I would like to know more about music, I want to master music at some point, I promise, if you hang around me, you're going to master ukulele. That's not a problem. Ukulele is masterable if you hang around and do the system that I teach. I'm not worried about ukulele. I am worried a tiny bit about whether music makes sense to you. And so that's where, when you sit down and you're ready to write a little song out, or you're ready to say, okay, I'm tired of Gary's arrangements, I want to do one of my own, to go grab the sheet music, make sure it has the chords, sit down and start figuring out how it shows up on your ukulele. And software is very valuable in the sense that you can put it in the software and then you can change the key. In ukulele, very often the key that's the original key is not going to work on a ukulele, and so you've got to adjust it up or down, and that's why software is really, really helpful. But you have to know a little bit about music in order to run the software, and so it's this slow build-it process, and hopefully as you have spent the last however many months with me, or if you're brand new to me, whatever, my concept is, number one, ukulele's great. Number two, everybody can play at their level, and they should be working on getting to the next level. And for everybody, their level and the next level might be different than your level and the next level. So it doesn't matter what other people are doing, it matters what you're doing. Is, hey, I'm here, I want to be able to do this next thing, and that's what we work on together, right? Is trying to figure out where you are and what we can do to get you to this next level. And then number three, my big thing is, I want every last one of you to be able to sit down and write music, either somebody else's music arranged for the ukulele, or for any instrument, honestly, or you can take and write your own music from the depths of your soul and push Taylor Swift off of the #1 spot, right? That's something I feel very passionate about, in terms of, we are too often as musicians, new musicians, we walk in and we're like, tell me what to do. And that's fine in the beginning. That's what you should do in the beginning. But at some point you should get a little attitude and be like, stop telling me what to do. I know what to do. I'm going to do what I want to do. And that's what art is about. And that's where we got to get hopefully all of you, lots of you already there, right? Some of you are real comfortable being like, hey, just give me the sheet music. I'll play through it. I'll do the best I can. And that's absolutely a place you can go in music. Every single symphony in the world, those guys, they get told what they will play, and somebody hands them a piece of paper and they say, thank you. And they go home and they learn it. But those players also could go home and do other things as well. And so, the goal here, as always, is get you comfy on ukulele, get you comfy with music, get you comfy with making art, always be pushing to whatever your next level is. For me, this business of teaching into a laptop has been incredibly challenging for me, but good, right? I mean, here's another level that I haven't worked at before, and so I'm seeing what's good about it, what's not so good about it. And so, so hopefully when I say, here's MuseScore and here's the template, get started, hopefully there's some part of you that's like, this is really hard. I'm going to take it bit by bit, and I'm going to do what I can. And if I reach a roadblock, I'm going to stop and walk away before I throw the computer through the window. So again, if you were here last night and you're thinking, hey, I'm going to try to get a little bit of a song put together, a little bit of arrangement together, and you got a couple weeks, patience, and doggone it, the user's manual for MuseScore. And if you don't want to do any of that, perfectly fine. You got 7 or 8 songs on the website get ready for 2 weeks from now. I want to have that last night. Remember, we're not meeting next Monday night, but the Monday night after that, I want us to just basically play music nonstop from the beginning of the class to the end of the class. And so that's where we're headed. So just wanted to make sure I had made that as clear as possible. Because sometimes I start talking and I don't know what I say. Have you ever done that? I don't know if you've done that. I have. All right, let's see. What other thoughts? Ellen likes the arrangement. It's a beautiful song. I don't know if anybody actually knows that song other than me, but I love it. I think it's beautiful. And Lindy agrees with me. The MP3s are helpful. If you haven't been using the MP3s, you're missing a tiny step in the make it easier program, right? When I started, there were no MP3s. None of the music ever matched up with. There was no YouTube, and so you just had to get the piece of paper and kind of try to figure it out. And it was really, really not good. Now we have a lot better system in place, and certainly everything that's on the website is there because I feel like you got to have it. And so use those resources. I think they will really help you. MuseScore is not for free. MuseScore is for free. MuseScore is for free. If you've gotten somewhere where it's not free, then you are on the wrong site. MuseScore is a totally free. Um, um, I checked it just yesterday, so you download version 3, and so follow the link that I sent. It's totally free. Don't let them tell you got to pay. MuseScore 3 is free, and that's the one you should be using. That's the one I'm using. I don't really use it, but I want you to use it. I use a MuseScore for free. Yeah, it's free. Okay, so I don't know where you ended up, Linda, but don't be paying for anything. All right, I think that's enough. Hope you guys have a wonderful. What is today? Tuesday? I don't know. I think it's Tuesday. Have a wonderful day. Stay away. Stay inside. Stay away from everybody else. Wear a mask. Blah blah blah. We gotta get through the summer. We gotta get into the fall, right? Because then we're gonna be an orchestra. I think we're gonna call it Global Orchestra because I think that's funny, and we're gonna be playing songs all winter long, all good stuff. Okay, and a lot of that stuff you guys got a head start on because you work with me during the day, and we'll be doing a lot of that kind of music. So have a wonderful day. Go out and be careful and be safe and have fun and play music and learn the ukulele and write a song, write a song about a drill press or a hand drill or whatever. It doesn't matter. Write a song. All right, Pauline, thanks for being here. Have a wonderful day, Philip. I love doing Alouette with the kids. Love those French songs and great memories for me. Oh, good. I love that. Makes me happy. It jogs a memory or two from you. Alouette's super fun. Well, I used to, in class, I always told them it was plucking chickens. And they inevitably say, like, no, it's plucking ravens. But I'd say, yeah, when you teach the kids to pluck the chickens. And everybody's like, yeah. Super fun. Clay, have a great day. Jacqueline, good to see you. Kat, that's so fun today. Thank you. Good to see you, Kat. Have a wonderful day. Linda, all winter. We're going to rock it out, Linda. We're going to rock it out. Aloha and mahalo. Lanny, don't tweet me any photos of how awesome your life is there. No, please do. Lynn, I'll see you tomorrow. Have a great day. Be safe out there. I don't like that fire by your house at all. Chris, I'll see you soon. Lindy, see you in a couple. I know, Lindy, go camping, whatever. And Sandy, I'll see you tomorrow. All right, guys, going to hit the end of the stream. Have a wonderful night, and I will see you mañana.